Education Policy 2020. We know, friends, that in today's world is highly competitive. It's a knowledge world. And if in the field of knowledge you are not ahead, you are left behind. And if we are left behind, there is no one who worries or cries for you. No tears are shed for you. In this knowledge world, we have to be ahead. And when it comes to knowledge, what kind of knowledge? For a very long time, for almost nearly 7 decades, even after the British left, we continued following an education policy which was essentially colonial in nature, where students used to read books, memorize things, write exam, get degree, and having got degrees, they used to move from pillar to post seeking a job. It's a pitiable sight. A person who is educated, who holds a degree, it should be presumed that person is capable of not only taking care of himself or herself and her family, but also lead the way. That is the value, that is the meaning of education. But no, all these years we did not try to move on that line. Before this National Education Policy 2020, this country had 2 earlier education policies, one in the 60s and another was in 1980s. Both these education policies were essentially only tinkering, a small improvement in what it was coming on along. And what was coming along was a colonial model of education. The education system created by Macaulay, by the British, to produce servants of the state, servants of the British Crown. Earlier than that, it was servants of the British Company. This was not what Mahatma Gandhi, what Swami Vivekananda, what Rishi Aurobindo, what Mahakavi Bharati and others had dreamed of. As a result, even after 7 decades, our country was not treated with respect. It's only recently, it's not far off, it's all fresh in our memories. India was considered a third world country. Imagine a country of 1.3 billion people, nearly 1/6 of the humanity, and small, tiny European countries and all these countries. They were trying to, boss over. And India, we had lost that sense of pride. We had lost that sense of dignity. We had lost that sense of self-confidence. We had lost the sense who we were, whose descendants we are. We were made survive. No longer today. Today, the world looks at this country with difference. And the difference is there is no international body, there is no multilateral body worth the name on which India does not have a place of pride. We all know that India is hosting presidency of G20. We know what is G20 is. These 20 countries of the world, they are who is who. They are actually put together. This group, this club is more powerful in many ways, more influential even than the United Nations. These countries, G20 together, account for 85% of the world GDP, right from America to China to Russia to Canada to Europe. All these countries are members of this G20. And today is a matter of pride for us that we are holding the post of president. India is the president of G20. Today, the world looks at this country with expectation. Of course, nobody calls it a third world country. Because when the world is in recession, the inflation is skyrocketing in America, in Europe is in decline, is in recession. India is the fastest growing economy in the world. India is the hope of the world today. And this hope, this change has happened because the whole country, under a dynamic and visionary leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, is moving forward. Is moving forward with a clear sense of destiny and direction. India must, this country must be where its destiny lies. In the past it was Vishwaguru. It has to be Vishwaguru. It has to be leader of the world. And we have everything. We have the finest human material. It is our scientists who are running the most advanced laboratories and centers in US and other advanced countries. Our engineers, our doctors, our professors are showing the way in the most of the advanced countries.